What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Loki Deadpool, who never knows best. And in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about the most recent announcement for Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, where we got the reveal for Blade, Loki, and Deadpool. As you guys know, typically after these trailers, I do a follow-up video where we go over these blog posts on the PlayStation blog, and we've got another one here today that I haven't taken a look at that I want to take a look at because these are usually fun to talk about and insightful a little bit. Tell us a little bit about the characters and some expectations and everything like that. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that this was probably my favorite reveal, my favorite trailer, and has the most amount of characters I think I'm gonna play because all three of these characters are potential mains for me. I'm thinking about doing a video where like I rank the trailers and or the roster and talk about like my favorite trailers as well as the characters I'm like the most and least interested in playing and everything like that. I think I've got a good idea of what my team's probably gonna end up looking like in this game, but I'm still probably gonna try out most of the characters on the roster. There are a couple that I don't think I'll try out at all, but we can get to that when we get to that. Anyway, moving on, Blade, Loki, Deadpool announced for Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. 3 unpredictable anti-heroes joined Ghost Rider as the Samurai Outriders. Blade was a character that obviously was, very requested, anticipated, and was one of the most like expected or predicted characters to end up on this team, and we did get him. Other characters that we thought could potentially be on it, because we did think that this might end up being like a Midnight Suns kind of thing, were Moon Knight, Nico Minoru, Man-Thing, Elsa Bloodstone, whatever. But then we started getting like the those like covers, those like comic covers and variants and stuff that kind of like hinted and told us who the characters were likely going to be, and it very well did end up hinting towards characters like Deadpool and Loki, and that's who we got. And I ain't mad at it, because like I said, all three of these characters seem like ones I'm interested in. Ghost Rider is probably the one I'm least interested in this team, but the rest of them I could see myself playing, even if Deadpool is a little bit more jokey and goofy and comedic than what I typically enjoy. Anyway, hello everyone, I'm Takeshi Yamanaka, producer of Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls. Did you get a chance to check out the final team trailer revealed today, Sunday, June 28th at EVO 2026, the Samurai Outriders? If you haven't seen it yet, be sure to watch it below, which we have already seen it. I did my reaction to this. This is being recorded on July 2nd, so I'm several days late at this point, doing a lot of catch up from stuff over the EVO weekend. Even though my reaction to this, I didn't get to do it in real time. I had to do it after the fact, so like the characters had already been like spoiled from me, but it is what it is. You do want to see my reaction to the original trailer, because I hadn't seen the trailer even though I did know who the characters were. Go ahead and check that out. It'll be probably as a title card at the end of this video. But yeah, no, the team looks sick. 5th and final team revealed, Samurai Outriders. Love this graphic, love these characters, love the artwork. Again, ArcSys just goes crazy with the art and the animation for these games, man. Most beautiful fighting games in the business, in my opinion. Ghost Rider, voiced by Giancarlo Sabogal, who had already been revealed, is now joined by Blade, voiced by Mara Williams, Loki, voiced by Jason Spisak, and Deadpool, voiced by Nolan North, to form a new team. Not the Midnight Suns, but the Samurai Outriders. Were you expecting this lineup? I mean, not at first, but again, after the cover, the comic cover, yeah. The Samurai Outriders are a group of dark heroes. As you might expect, they don't start out as a cohesive unit. In fact, they're quite the opposite. Although I did kind of low-key speculate that they would do Gwenpool instead of Deadpool, just to like, again, throw somewhat of a curveball in there. I don't really know if any of these picks are kind of like a curveball pick though, to be honest. Like, these were pretty tame, I would say. I mean, I guess Loki being in the game wasn't like the most expected or anticipated character. Him being there while Thor isn't is kind of funny, but also, not that they share any similarities like stylistic or gameplay wise, obviously they share lore and relations and whatnot, but yeah, I mean, I guess he's like the, or is Deadpool, I don't know, either way, because like Loki had like a curveball for each team, but I don't really feel like it's there with this one. Regardless, the Samurai Outriders are a group of dark heroes. As you might expect, they don't start as a cohesive unit. In fact, they're quite the opposite. As they face threats to the world, how each of them and a team as a whole grows and evolves is something you can look forward to experiencing in episode mode, which I am looking forward to quite a lot. I know this is a bit random off to the side though. When I was looking at some of the characters and whatnot, I asked myself, and I asked my chat, which by the way, I am live right now as I'm recording this, and probably I will be live for the next several videos that you see. I'm about to do a whole batch of stuff, but twitch.tv/SotoSaysCore, links always in the description down below. I don't always multi-stream, so if you want to keep up with all my streams, see some of this stuff live, interact with me, get the thoughts, opinions, real-time stuff, you know where to find me. Anyway, one of the things I asked him, I was like, have we seen Black Panther, like Shuri without her mask in this game? And we haven't, and I'm just wondering, just out of curiosity, because I just want to, I just kind of want to see, like, maybe in the episode mode we'll see her without her mask, and I hope so. You know what I'm saying? New stage Asgard looks pretty good as well. We're also excited to reveal a new stage, Asgard, which is beautiful. Looks like a stage that could be pretty laggy when you're playing it online, but hopefully with the robust netcode that this game has, all the stages will be pretty solid. But inevitably, I'm sure there's going to be some stages that perform online a little bit better than others. And this one looks like it could be one of the ones where it get a little tricky. Asgard is known in the Marvel Universe as the Realm of the Gods. Said to sit at the pinnacle of the 9 realms, it is a land that combines advanced magic with science and technology, ruled by King Odin and home to Thor, Odinson, and Loki. In this title, Asgard appears as a battle stage composed of 5 areas: the Observatory, Bifrost Bridge, the Throne Room, Treasure Vault, and Yggdrasil, the World Tree. New playable characters, we've got Blade. Blade, whose real name is Eric Brooks, was born as a human-vampire hybrid after his mother was attacked by a vampire during pregnancy. Seeking revenge against the monsters who killed his mother, he became a vampire hunter, fighting against evil blood-sucking creatures. In this title, Blade has completed his training in Japan, gaining even greater physical and mental strength. He wields the demon-slaying sword Muramasa, a weapon capable of slicing through gods. So, a quick little fun fact. I've seen, them old Blade movies from back in the day. My dad really liked the original Blade movie a lot, so I've seen that a couple of times. I also have an uncle who, growing up, my dad always called him Blade because my uncle looks just like Wesley Snipes. Less so now in his older age. I mean, the resemblance is still there. Like, if you saw them like side by side, you'd be like, oh yeah, I see it. But like, especially when he was younger, I was like, yeah, I called him Blade too. I was like, that nigga do look like Wesley Snipes. So I don't know. I've always had an affinity toward Blade for that reason. And I don't know. Like, I've seen people talking about like Blade's not cool, or Blade's not popular, or like stop trying to make Blade a thing. He's never gonna be a thing. And there's a reason why his movie is in purgatory and like all this shit. I'm like, yo, yes, Blade, he's not Spider-Man, he's not Iron Man, right? He not up there with the big dogs, but he cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Like, how, bro, you see this nigga? Like, what? Like, what are we talking about? It's like, I don't know. I've been seeing some hate for Blade, and I'm just like, you might just not like black people. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm starting to build his reputation as like, the friend that's too woke, because I also had the conversation about Shuri and Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I get it. I understand the narratives that's being pushed about beat out. I don't really give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Not to be that guy, but I'm gonna be that guy. I don't know. Blade's cool as fuck. He's not. Most people are like over the moon about Blade. Everybody thought not everybody, but most people thought the trailer was incredibly sick. A lot of people wanted to play this character. A lot of people are happy about him. A lot of people are excited. I just seen like a handful of like, bad apples as well. And I just like, I'm noticing something about you. Regardless, Muramasa is normally kept sealed with its power restrained. Excuse me. But when Blade releases that power, the blade turns red and reveals its true potential. He specializes in an aggressive combat style, skillfully handling a variety of deadly tools, including Muramasa, machine guns, and glaives. Now, I do think that the Dante archetype is pretty cool, having the gun and the sword like Dante or like Blade is gonna do, or like what was his name, Hitman in DNF Duel, or like Samira, right, in League of Legends /2XK or whatever. It's really cool. I will say though, I respect it, I like it, I'm gonna play Blade for sure. It's not really a selling point for me, simply just because like I'm not somebody who like thinks guns or like gunplay is like that cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't play shooters. Guns as a hobby is not one of my interests. Like, I don't normally think gun characters are very cool. Now there are characters out there who are gun wielders or like gunslingers I do think are cool. Like Death the Kid from Soul Eater, right? Like, he might be my favorite character in Soul Eater. Potentially, yeah, probably. He's up there. I don't know. I really like Soul and Maka as well, but he's up there. But it's like, especially when it comes to like fighting games and shit like that, like I don't usually gravitate towards those types of characters. The sword is doing the carrying it for me, but y'all do that. Y'all know me and my sword characters. One of his unique abilities, Heartstopper, throws a stake that pins the opponent in place and allows Blade to close the distance at incredible speed. When it hits, Muramasa glows red, enhancing the performance of his sword-based skills. Closing in instantly and delivering powerful slashes, Blade truly lives up to the name of a hunter. Then we've got Loki, looking handsome and wealthy. Loki Laufeyson, the adopted brother of Thor, is known as the god of mischief and the god of lies. Though raised in Asgard by Odin, he's actually the son of Laufey, king of the Frost Giants. Isn't this the name of Kratos' wife in God of War, and the name of the new God of War game that's coming? I don't know. I'm not an expert when it comes to my mythology. So isn't she a Frost Giant herself? He's actually, but it says king, so they're referring to a man, not a woman. But I don't know if like they changed the lore for the God of War. Regardless, this is not that important. I'm just tying things together. I've never played a God of War game. I know. Save your torches and your pitchforks. I'm not a real gamer. It is what it is. Originally a villain, Loki is attempting to turn over a new leaf and become a hero in this title. As part of the Samurai Outriders, he makes full use of his powers of deception. Okay, sorry. Another tangent. Matt Random. Have any of y'all out there ever seen the video? It's like a meme. You might have seen it on Instagram or TikTok, and I'm sure like the sound has been reused. You might have seen it in a different form or whatever, but it's like the rats. There's like a rat talking. He's eating on a piece of cheese. And he's like, hey man, oh dude out there putting food out. He's like, what you eating on? A piece of cheese? He's like, you mean the guy that's always trying to kill us? Yeah, nah, he putting out free food, right? Look like he didn't turn over a new leaf. He like coughing the whole time he talking. And like, hey man, I don't think that cheese is good. He's like, nah bro, this shit a little spicy. What the fuck?
Hey yo, oh buddy leaving food out. Really? That chef guy? Mm-hmm. Little piece of cheese, I'm messing with it. The guy who's always chasing us and trying to kill us? My boy done turned a leaf. We up. Where'd he leave it at? He put in a little box. There's a little box in the corner. It's like a little dimly lit restaurant. Pretty good touches. This is spicy cheese. This must be Chipotle. A dark box restaurant. Yup. Order up. Y'all gonna miss out. Nah, we good. We good. What the? Dang. Oh, it's not good. Oh, it's looking great. Oh, it's great. Hey, yo.
When I see the phrase new leaf, I think of that shit now, bro. I fucking love that video. That shit had me crying real tears the first time I seen it. And like, oh man, nah, they done got this nigga, man. But anyway, I'm really curious to see like how his powers of deception and like, you know, turning into other characters comes into play in his gameplay, because I don't think we really saw that in the trailer. Like he starts off the trailer showing up as Captain America, but I don't think we saw him do like any transforming thing in the game. I'm wondering if he's gonna have like a move steal mechanic where he like turns into another character and steals a move or something like that, but maybe they explain it here. His combat style excels at trickery, with many skills incorporating feints and counters using illusions. Oh, okay. He also uses projectiles based on ice and magic, combined with clever use of erratic movements to constantly confuse opponents. True to his mischievous nature, he can dish out frustrating and deceptive attacks, but if his tricks are exposed, he may be punished heavily. Loki is a uniquely unpredictable character who takes advantage of his opponent's bad habits. So he could potentially be like a pretty gimmicky character, or somebody who can bait you a lot into trying to punish or counter certain things, and then he actually gets the upper hand by doing so. So we'll see how that goes. But like when he's wrong, or he fucks up, or if you make the right read, apparently he's gonna get punished pretty heavily for it. So we'll see. Then we've got, last but not least, Deadpool, aka Mr. Love Letter to the FGC himself. Wade Wilson, a Canadian mercenary, grew up in a troubled household and eventually left home. After receiving extensive military training, he served in special forces but was later diagnosed with cancer. As part of the Weapon X program, he was injected with a healing serum derived from Wolverine's blood. While it saved his life and granted him superhuman regeneration, it also left his body severely scarred and his mind unstable. Deadpool's combat style reflects his reckless nature, enabled by his powerful healing factor. He uses guns, grenades, and swords, along with high-risk techniques that involve taking damage himself. Oh, okay. So like, I guess a little bit like June and Tekken, or Carmine and Under Night, or what other fighting game characters out there like lose health as they do. I mean, there's a lot of them out there, but those are just ones that come to mind. In this title, Deadpool has somehow obtained a game strategy guide from beyond the fourth wall, granting him access to a variety of unique attacks from the fighting games of legend. Filled with a love for hype and excitement, he enters the arena with an outrageous arsenal of crowd-pleasing moves. So he has, you know, a powerful healing factor. He obviously has, you know, regeneration and everything. So my question is he's gonna be one of those characters that, like, you know, he uses certain moves and he loses health when he does them, but there has to be a move that he can do that regenerates health as well, I would imagine, right? Or maybe it could do both, or it could just be this, or maybe like he only loses like regular health but saves his gray life that he can recover when you, well no, because how do you recover gray life in this game? I don't remember, because gray life, you only have one health bar. I was gonna say when you tag out, but that's not how this game works. I don't know, actually. Maybe he'll have like an install where he recover health, or just a certain move, or like a command grab that regenerates. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But yeah, and then character guide trailers. Leading up to launch, we will be releasing deep dive trailers for all playable characters. These trailers take a closer look at each character's battle mechanics, including default color options, normal move animations, skills, super moves, ultimate abilities, and assist types. I didn't think about that, but yeah, we're gonna see alternate colors and costumes for these characters. I imagine like a burgundy Deadpool, like a pink Deadpool that kind of looks like a Gwenpool, or like white, purple, something like that, gold. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I wouldn't even think about the alternate colors for some of these characters, bro. Bro, if you gave me like y'all remember color 12 for Goku Black? If you give me that for Loki, hey man, see, here's the thing, because I'm one of those types of people where like the gameplay could look somewhat interesting or just like okay to me, but if you make the character look cool enough, like, I'm one of those types of guys where like the right color combination or the right costume would make me be like, I paid me to play that character, you know what I'm saying? Or make me want to try a character that I hadn't originally explored. So, you know what I'm saying? You give me like that black and like magenta, burgundy, maroon kind of, I'm in there. That's, and if you want to learn how a character plays or just want to see their moves in action, these videos are a great place to start. I recommend checking them out when you find a character you'd like to try. More trailers will be released soon, so stay tuned. As for upcoming events, with launch fast approaching, the development team is entering the final stretch. We'll be holding a global open beta test on PS5 and PC from July 24th to the 26th. In this beta, Blade will be available as a playable character. Thank you, because that's one of my locks from my team. We'll be sharing more details soon, so please stay tuned. So, as for these character guide trailers, I have not watched any of these yet. You guys in the comments let me know if you'd like to see me watch these, react to them, talk about them in a video, whether that be one at a time or do them in groups, like in batches, maybe 2 or 3 at a time, kind of like how I did for Bleach Rebirth of Souls leading up to that game. You guys let me know if that's something that you'd be interested in seeing me do, because I am considering doing that. And then yeah, the beta I'm looking forward to a lot. It's a shame that they're kind of like raining on Avatar's Parade, which is the game that I should be playing right now, but you know what I'm saying? I pre-ordered the game, I have the beta, I'll be playing it when it drops, but oof, you know what I'm saying? Tokon getting that priority, I ain't gonna lie to you. Blade being available is super exciting for me because him and Wolverine are the 2 characters that I most want to play, and they should both be playable in that beta. They'll both be brand new to me. I've only ever played the game in that original beta, so it's changed a lot since then, so I'm really looking forward to it. And yeah, man, I think that's pretty much it for this video. Like I said, probably my favorite trailer, some of the coolest characters in the game for sure. And I'm pleasantly surprised with how this roster ended up shaping up, considering that it's only 20 characters. But I think with these last 2 teams, they really outdid themselves and managed to make a pretty robust, pretty cool roster. So that's gonna do it for this video. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit this video with a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already so you can stay tuned for all this content that I'm bringing you. And with all that being said, that's pretty much all I have today. Remember, that could happen to you, swing the bat. Later.